Did college make me a better entrepreneur? Did college make me a better entrepreneur? So on today's video, I'll be answering that question from my perspective. Again, this is just from my perspective. I am not trying to sway anyone one way or another. What works for you might not work for somebody else. What worked for me might not work for them, might work for them. Either way, this is my perspective, and I really feel the need to share it because as an entrepreneur, me growing up, I remember I did a project in like third grade, and we all had to choose a career, and we had to well, it wasn't third grade. Let me not say third grade. It wasn't third grade. It was more like maybe sixth grade. We had to pick a career. We had to basically learn about it. We had to do a research paper. Me at the time, I did not know what I wanted to be. I didn't want to be working in a regular job. And when I mean regular, I didn't fit any label. I really felt like I didn't fit any label, even as a kid. And I had already known about entrepreneurship. If you watched one of my old videos, I talked about how I first, knew that entrepreneurship was for me, and this was back in third grade. Well, this is a little older in middle school. So the career that I picked was entrepreneurship. And I remember I didn't even know how to spell it. I made myself learn how to spell that word because I had to do a project on it. So I never misspelled that word. But either way, doing this project, I learned, or I remember reading something that's saying that if you're gonna go to college, that you need to get a business degree. It's not necessary, but it will help you when preparing for a business loan. At the time, I was like, a business loan, a degree? What? If I gotta go to school to be an entrepreneur, what's the point of me being an entrepreneur? So I kind of fell back on the whole entrepreneur idea, but it was still there. So college is coming up. It's my senior year. I have to choose my major, my minor. What am I about to do? I still want to do business. I still was in the mindset of I'm going to do something business. Now, was that administration? I don't know. But I settled on entrepreneurship. Were there any majors for entrepreneurship? No, but you could do a specialization. So the school that I decided to go to was Southern Illinois University. Ooh, my alma mater. Even though I did not graduate from there, I am very proud to be a Saluki, and I definitely got the most out of it. I'm gonna get more into my experience on the college campus later. I want to answer the question. So basically, I picked the degree of management. At first, I remember starting I want to do accounting, and then I took my first accounting class, and I was like, oh, this is too much structure. This is just too much structure. I'm not against math. I love math, but I was like, this is too much structure, whatever. So maybe finance. I tapped into finance. Finance was so complex to me. I never understood the stock market. So when I first got in that class, I was like, this is where finance is where I'm at. At the time, I was a management major and I was minoring in accounting. So I switched my minor over and I became a finance minor. Nothing related to entrepreneurship, because at this time I'm like, if I'm going to go to school to get a degree, why do I need to go learn how to do something that I'm naturally capable to do? And that kind of had me thinking, do I really need a degree to be an entrepreneur? No. But did it make it easier? Yes. So yes, I feel that me going to college made me be an entrepreneur better because I did not have to go the long route. And in my situation, I didn't have a mentor at that age that was in entrepreneurship or that had success in entrepreneurship that I could see to want to follow or be mentored by them. So I went in for a management major and a finance minor. Finished my degree, my bachelor's degree at DeVry University. I finished my 4-year degree online with a major in technical management and minor in finance. Now, technical management, what is that? Well, at the school that I went to, all my credits were transferred over from SIU, from my 4-year college. So majority of my, mainly all of them were transferred over. I had some psychology, I had some philosophy classes, I had some economic classes, I had business law, statistics. At this time, I'm a junior, I'm my first semester into my junior year. So I had completed a lot of my degree on campus. But that transferred over, and instead of just being a management major, it was changed to technical management because in this, you get a more well-rounded perspective on business. So it wasn't just business, but it was business and technology and how how they work together. So I chose that to be my major versus just the management. Now, the type of classes that I think you should take if you are deciding to go to college and you want to go into business and become an entrepreneur, specifically just an entrepreneur that starts a small business, because there's a lot of different things you can do with business on a university, but I'm just talking about entrepreneurship. Like, you'll want to take accounting, management, marketing, philosophy, psychology. Business law is my favorite. Business law, I learned about the difference between a business entity and what a sole proprietor is. A business law, finance, different emotional intelligence classes, marketing strategies. I mean, those classes are a must if you become an entrepreneur, because they hit so many different areas in business. If I was to sum it up, I would say it would be management, marketing, finance, and accounting. And yeah, marketing, management, accounting, and finance. I would sum it up in those. So when you go to take your classes on a college campus, a lot of classes are going to fall under that. Economics class is definitely a key as well. Understanding the market, understanding how inflation works. Like, we're dealing with inflation now in this time. Congress is focused on bringing down inflation, because y'all know there is a lot of money released and help and given to people to help fund businesses and to help businesses run. So because there was more money added into, I guess, the GDP, I hope I got this right, then that makes inflation rise, because there is so much supply of money. That means that the things are not as valuable as they used to be. So they raise the prices of things to kind of level that out. Because there's so much money flowing in our economy, it makes the price of things go up. When I was in high school, I never understood it. As I got in college and I took some of these courses, I understood it more and more, because in college, well, in college you get a different perspective than when you're in high school. So if you are considering going to college and you don't know if it's worth it, I say take some dual credit classes. Get started early. Start taking those business classes right away. You're definitely going to have to take some prereqs. You're going to have to do your prereqs on any campus, but if you can get some experience learning from a business teacher, I think it'd be beneficial. Now, there are benefits to being on campus versus getting your degree online. I was able to experience both, and I was basically able to experience both at the same time. Sophomore year in college, one of the classes that I took was online based, and even though I was on campus, I was able to take this on the computer. It was like an 8-week course. I forgot what class it was for, but a lot of it was based on discussion. If you do online classes, you'll see that a lot of it is based on discussion, because that's how you learn to interact. It might be a little different now, but back when I was in an online class, I did a lot of discussion. Like, that was a major requirement, is interacting with other classmates. So if you do decide to go on campus, what you get out of that is you get to network, because networking is key. Networking is going to open up doors for you down the road. You're not always going to be on that campus. After you finish your degree, you might just go to a whole nother state, a whole nother city. Things might be different. You might not have that same notability, or you might not have that same notability. You might not have that same popularity in the new city. You might not know that many people in the new town or back home. You might not have those connections, but on campus you did. So the good thing about being on campus is you have an opportunity to put yourself out there. You get to join organizations. You get to put your talent out there. There's a lot of showcases to just show your talent and what you're capable of. There's just so many opportunities to do that. So if you're on campus, don't just go to class. Don't just go to class and do work. Yeah, that's great. Focus on your academics. Yes, you want to get good grades. Yes, getting good grades will open up other doors for you, but you want to get the experience as well. And I'm not just saying partying, because that is definitely one of the fun aspects about going to school. That independence that you get, you get to finally be on your own and make your own decisions. So make sure the decisions that you make are based on your future as well. Keep your future in mind. Even though you might not want to work a 9 to 5 or work a regular job the rest of your life, Think about everybody that you meet in your college career. Think about all those connections that you made. You're going to remember the most valuable ones, the ones that stood out to you. And those might be the people that you collaborate with. Those might be the people that you start making money with outside of college. So those contacts are very important. No, you might not be friends with everybody that you met in college, but you know them, they know you, y'all connected on social media. If y'all have had some experience together working in the same organization, or if you've seen each other on campus and at the time y'all really didn't have anything in common, but now y'all do, it's a great opportunity. So when you go on campus, make as many contacts as you can. Get yourself out there. And if you're not a people person, that's fine. You still can attend events that you don't always have to participate in, but at least you can see other people express themselves. You can see what's out there for you. I definitely believe that going to college made being an entrepreneur easier. Would I say I'm a better entrepreneur? No, I mean, I wouldn't say that, but it definitely made it easier. And taking those courses that I listed before definitely opened my mind to see what I would expect in the business world. If you decide not to go to college, you're still going to be fine. It's a lot of successful people that did not go to college and that are still very successful in entrepreneurship. There are people that did go to college and are very successful in entrepreneurship. You got to decide what you think is best for you. Me, I feel that going on campus and going to a university is an experience that you can find. I feel like going on campus, meeting different people, seeing those different things is something that you can do other places. You can get that same experience just going out in the world. But if you're like me and you're studious and you like the structure and you like knowing where you're going and you're still not sure like what business you want to start, maybe school or college is an option for you. But keep in mind, it costs a lot of money to go to college. And if you are going to go into debt for college funds, just make sure it's the right degree. Make sure you're passionate about the degree. You're going to go to class, you're going to show up. Because if you pay for something that's no longer useful, you'll feel like it was worthless. But never feel like it was worthless, because everything you experience has brought you to this point of who you truly are supposed to be. So whether you go to college, whether you don't go to college, entrepreneurship can be for you. Don't let that dictate what decisions you make. You might go to college and you might not start a business for 20 years. You might start a business right out of high school. You might be one of those people that started a business in middle school. We're all at different points in our entrepreneurship journey. We're all at different points in our entrepreneurship journey. We're all at different points in our entrepreneurial journey. So don't ever feel like there's a perfect way to go. That's why getting a mentor, getting connected with individuals who are in, the set industry that you want to go in, get connected with a mentor so that they can guide you and give you some of those pointers and those insiders that they've experienced, so that you can navigate through those obstacles and better prepare yourself to be in that position. Because you as the mentee, you might be able to do better than your mentor as an entrepreneur, because you have somebody that taught you the game. But going to college and getting those classes and learning out about business and the business fundamentals, those business fundamentals are going to open your mind and the opportunity to connect with other people. But did I use everything that I learned in school in my business now? No, I didn't. Some of it was not necessary, but for me, I felt like it was good to know, to be educated. And that's why I call myself a mogul coach, because now that I've gotten the degree, I've learned everything about business, I have the opportunity to teach other people that don't want to go to college, that don't want to read books, even though I'm a big advocate for reading books. But what I'm saying is, for the people who are not as studious and don't want to study to learn about entrepreneurship, and they're more hands-on and they like to act, that's fine. Either way works fine. Either way you can be successful. What I'm saying is, for the people that don't want to do that type of work and rather do the dirty work, you find people like me, mentors, coaches, that can guide you to do things the right way. Because if you're going in, you have no knowledge of the fundamentals of business law, you don't know about a marketing strategy, or you don't even know how to manage a team or bring employees on, those are things that you would learn if you were taking courses on business. And that doesn't mean you have to get a degree, but I like to say this: 44% of entrepreneurs actually have a 4-year degree. That's not even the majority. the majority of entrepreneurs don't have a degree. So keep that in mind when you're wanting to decide if this is something that you want to do. Going to college, a 4-year university, whether you go for 2 years community college and then transfer, or you go for all 4 years, just keep in mind that you determine how successful you're going to be as an entrepreneur. A degree doesn't determine that. Nobody else determines that but you. If you feel that college will give you that head start that you need, then go for it. If you feel like you're ready to start your business now, right out of high school, right after graduation, I say go for it. Get that experience, get your feet wet, experience life, and then you make your choice. But thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you all like this topic, because honestly, I've been thinking about it a while, and I've been wanting to answer this question as far as if me going to college made me a better entrepreneur. If this video was helpful, please give me a thumbs up. If not, please leave me some feedback. If I still did not get my point across, leave some feedback in the comments. I'd be glad to answer any questions. And also, if you're in need of a mentor, a coach, somebody who knows the business, somebody who's taken that route before, made those bumps in the road, but they know where they're going, then you need to get with the Mobile Society. You need to get with Mobile Solutions. My link here, I'll put that in the description. You can book a one-on-one consultation, or you can join my mentorship program. Either one works. Again, I am not just trying to sell anything. This information that I'm providing in this video, I hope it helps someone. But if you want to go a bit further in your entrepreneurial journey and you need somebody to guide you through that, I'm here for you. That's what Money Moguls is about. In the meantime, y'all stay on top of your stuff. Stay bougie. Stay on your mogul stuff. Start a movement. And don't just start a business. Start a movement to generational wealth.